in the early 20th century, there was a school of philosophy in Germany, still active today, of course, called phenomenology. It was developed by Edmund Husserl. And basically, Husserl emphasized the idea that you need to ground reality in your own experience, and that the assumption that that what's really real is the physical world is a kind of a prejudice. What's really real for us in terms of what we know is our own experience. So Husserl's very difficult to read, and I don't really recommend that people rush out and buy one of his books. But he did write a really nice article one time that I found useful to talk about, and it's called "The Earth Does Not Move." And the point that he makes in that article, the fundamental point, can be stated very simply. He says, from a scientific perspective, we know all about all these things, all the ways that the Earth moves in space. It rotates on its axis, it revolves around the sun, and the sun is traveling through the galaxy, and so all these different kinds of movements, and you can say that's what the Earth is like as an object in space. But in terms of our experience, the Earth is the most solid thing of all. There is no possibility of the Earth moving. Of course, you have earthquakes, but that's exactly why earthquakes are very upsetting, because this thing that you thought was absolutely solid suddenly shifts and moves. And he actually says something that is rather subtle and worth thinking about, because when I first read that, I thought, well, that's true. The Earth is absolutely solid. It's at rest. In our experience, there's no way it could move. But he says the Earth is also not at rest. And I think the reason he says that is because it just goes beyond those categories. You can't talk about, if you say something can be moving or at rest, the Earth doesn't fit into those categories. It's more fundamental. And so the experiential dimension is so central to understanding what space and time and knowledge are about. And that makes it a little difficult to get into dialogue with scientists.